Before using your inversion table for the first time, you must understand how to properly adjust the table for your unique needs and body type. There are 4 user settings to remember: roller hinge, height setting, tether strap, and ankle comfort dial. The inversion table comes with a laminated owner's manual attached to the A-frame. Leave this attached as a future reference for help with adjusting your inversion table. The roller hinge setting controls the responsiveness or rate of rotation. The top setting, A, is the most responsive and will allow you to lock the table in full inversion. The middle setting, B, is moderately responsive and will generally not allow the table to lock, except for users over 220 pounds. The bottom setting, C, is the least responsive and will generally not allow the table to lock. For users just learning how to use the inversion table, we recommend starting with setting C, which will ensure that the rotation of the table is easier to control. Make sure to place the roller hinges in the same hole setting on each side. The height settings are stamped on the main shaft in both inches and centimeters. To begin with, adjust the shaft so that the last setting shown is at least 1 inch greater than your actual height. Use this only as a starting point. Starting 1 to 2 inches more than your height will help to ensure that the rotation is not too fast. Your ideal setting could vary 1 to 2 inches in either direction depending on your weight distribution. The easiest way to adjust the main shaft is to stand on the left side of the table. Pull on the height selector locking pin with your right hand while sliding the main shaft with your left. Release the pin so that it fully engages in a hole setting. First-time users may experience some degree of disorientation. Therefore, we strongly recommend that you attach the tether strap to help control your angle of rotation. Setting the strap to an angle of 20 to 40 degrees should be most comfortable in the beginning. You can increase the angle of rotation allowed by the tether strap as you become accustomed to the feeling of being inverted, or remove it altogether for full inversion. The ankle comfort dial can be rotated into either a high or low setting, with a 1 inch height difference between the 2 sides. The ideal setting will vary by user and the type of shoes worn. Ideally, the ankle comfort dial should be set so that the ankle clamps secure around the smallest part of the ankles, with minimal distance between the foot clamp and the top of your foot, which will help to reduce body side while inverted. Remember to check that the inversion table is adjusted to your unique user settings each time before inverting. While you're becoming accustomed to inversion, keep these points in mind. Take it slow and easy. To begin, only invert to 20 to 40 degrees for less than a minute. You can increase your angle and duration as you become used to inverting. Listen to your body and do only what feels comfortable to you. Try to relax. You'll receive the most benefits if you can relax your body and breathe deeply. If you feel dizzy or nauseous, stop immediately. If the conditions persist, contact your physician. Refer to the owner's manual for more helpful suggestions. For the first few times that you use your inversion table, ask a friend to assist you until you're able to find your correct balance setting and are comfortable with the operation of the table. Securing your ankles is a very important step. Please pay close attention here. Always wear securely tied lace-up shoes with a flat sole, such as a normal tennis-style shoe. Do not wear shoes with thick soles, boots, high tops, or any shoe that extends above the ankle bone. Rotate the ankle comfort dial so that the ankle clamps fit snug against the smallest part of your ankle, immediately above the ankle bone. Step over the main shaft, placing your feet on the floor on either side. Stand with your back to the table bed. Do not use the inversion table face down. To balance yourself, rest only your lower body against the table bed as you slide one ankle at a time between the ankle clamps onto the ankle comfort dial. Be sure to slide your ankle in from the side. Do not insert your foot through the ankle clamps as you would slide your foot into a shoe. Your feet should always be either on the floor or on the ankle comfort dial. Never use any other part of the inversion table as a step. Use the concept of hear, feel, see every time you secure your ankles. Hear the locking pin click into place. Feel the locking pin to make sure it is fully engaged in a hole setting. See that there is no space between the locking pin and its base. Always carefully check to be certain the ankle locking pin is fully engaged each time you use your inversion table, and make sure that both the front and rear ankle clamps are snug against your ankles, or you could fall when the table inverts. With your arms at your sides, lean your head back against the table. The table should begin to rotate, but your feet will still be lower than your head. If the table rotates too far, you'll need to lengthen the main shaft 1 inch and try again. If the table does not rotate at all, shorten the main shaft 1 inch and try again. This is an important step, so make sure to spend the time to find your ideal height setting. Now that you've found your ideal height setting, it's time to invert. If correctly balanced, the table will operate much like a teeter-totter. By shifting weight to the head end of the table, you will move in that direction, and vice versa. Your arms will provide most of the weight needed to rotate the table. Begin by lifting one arm slowly over your head. The table should start to rotate. If you feel like you're moving too fast, simply move your arm slower. Try moving your arm gently back and forth to familiarize yourself with controlling the speed and angle of rotation. Now rest your arm above your head and slowly begin lifting your other arm. Rest both arms over your head when you've reached the maximum angle of inversion that is allowed by the tether strap. To return upright, slowly return your arms to your sides. You should stop and rest when you reach the horizontal position. This will help to prevent dizziness and to allow your back to recompress without discomfort. Since your body may have lengthened while inverted, arm movements may not be enough to return you completely. Do not lift your head, sit up, or pull on the handles. Simply bend your knees slightly while shifting your body weight toward the foot side of the table. Most of the benefits of inversion can be achieved at an angle of 60 degrees, which is even with the rear legs of the A-frame. Many people never go beyond this angle. However, some enjoy the feeling of full inversion or hanging fully upside down. From this position, your body will hang freely from the table bed, and you will have increased freedom of movement for stretching and exercise. To enable the inversion table to lock in full inversion, you will need to adjust the roller hinge to the A or B position, depending on your body type, and disconnect the tether strap. Once you lift your arms, the table should rotate almost completely upside down. You may need to assist the last few degrees of rotation by pushing on the floor or the A-frame until the table bed pulls away from your back and stops against the crossbar of the A-frame. To release from full inversion, place one hand over your shoulder and hold onto the corner of the table bed. Place the other hand on the bottom bar of the A-frame in front of you. Pull both hands together so the table begins to rotate out of the locked position. Elbows protruding over the side of the table bed could get pinched between the A-frame and the table bed as you return upright. Slowly and carefully bring your arms back to your sides. If you do not return fully upright, bend your knees to shift your body weight to the foot side of the table. Now you're ready to experience the vast benefits of inversion with your new FitSpine inversion table. We think you'll enjoy it so much you'll never want to put it away. But for those of you who have limited space, here's how to fold the table for storage. Detach the tether strap, slide the main shaft into its storage setting, and rotate the table bed opposite from use until it rests against the crossbar. Carefully pull up on the spreader arms and partially fold the A-frame so the table can still remain standing on its own. Now you're able to easily transport the table or slide it into a corner or closet. Before you go, let's quickly go over some important things to remember. It is your responsibility to familiarize yourself with the proper use of the equipment and the inherent risks of inversion, such as falling on your head or neck, pinching, entrapment, or equipment failure. Do not use the inversion table until you have thoroughly and carefully viewed this instructional DVD, read the owner's manual, reviewed all other accompanying documents, and inspected the equipment. Always carefully check to be certain the ankle locking mechanism is fully engaged each time you use your inversion table. Remember to check that the inversion table is adjusted to your unique user settings each time before inverting. Listen to your body, only do what feels good to you. Inversion is not a no pain, no gain exercise. And finally, use inversion on a daily basis and make it an integral part of your life. This is how you will experience the most benefits.